It's time for another video. This time on Five Nights at Freddy's and my own personal theory. Now, I'm not a big fan of Five Nights at Freddy's. I've never played the games. I've only ever watched the theory videos. And I've only ever watched the first movie. And that was only because Matt Pat shows up for a brief cameo. I have no desire to see Five Nights at Freddy's 2. In fact, I have my own idea. A movie that I am developing called The Lies of Scott Coffin. It's based on my own ongoing theory about Five Nights at Freddy's. And what is that? Well, it's simple. I believe that Five Nights at Freddy's is all a bunch of bullshit. All a bunch of lies. You see, according to my own personal theory that I have, which may not be accurate, and many Five Nights at Freddy's fans will probably post negative comments on this video. Five Nights at Freddy's is all a bunch of bullshit. My idea is that Scott Coffin was a game developer who one day, to save his failing game studio, cooked up the Five Nights at Freddy's franchise and then dropped all of us into his perpetual meat grinder, from storytellers, those who write books, to movie directors, to players, to even theorists. And one day, because the games have gotten completely and totally out of hand, he'll reveal that this is all a bunch of bullshit and that he's been making money off of us for years. It's all because of one game that was never supposed to exist in the first place. Five Nights at Freddy's. AKA the song that I wrote. My own version of it. Five Nights at Freddy's. It's all a bunch of bullshit. Five Nights at Freddy's. How did this franchise become a hit? Five Nights at Freddy's. It's all completely lame. Five Nights at Freddy's. You've been tricked into buying the same freaking game. Five Nights at Freddy's. It's true that you've been lied to. Five Nights at Freddy's. We'll force you to buy our merch too. Five Nights at Freddy's. It's all completely the same. Five Nights at Freddy's. You know it is completely lame. Maybe someday I'll host a D&D campaign on Five Nights at Freddy's. These based on my own theory. Maybe I should ask AI about that. I mean, that is a popular thing to do nowadays. Ask AI about things. It's because us humans can't create original ideas. Well, at least I can. I don't know about Scott Coffin, or Matt Pat, or Tom, or any of the other theorists. Basically, the Five Nights at Freddy's franchise, I believe, is all a bunch of lies, and should never be played by anyone unless they want to go completely and totally insane.